Guys are looking at this in real time. Okay. Now we are officially live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, my people over here on Instagram. We had Pam on, but we technically didn't have her on. She was here, but she was on Instagram Live. But we spoke about what we expect to happen in the closing arguments this morning. Court is starting 30 minutes early. And what I spoke with Pam about earlier, which you guys didn't get an opportunity to hear. Pam, please don't judge me later. There are a lot of buttons I'm pushing. But what we expect to see today is the defense as well as the prosecution try to bring their case home. They both said a lot during opening, and we want to see whether or not they've delivered. And I gave my theory 10 minutes ago where we spoke about what could have possibly happened. And my theory is essentially that, yes, Tory fired the weapon, but he fired the weapon because there were two ladies fighting, getting it mixed up. We learned that from Sean Kelly. Sean Kelly said that he saw fighting. We saw the bruises on Kelsey. We saw that her shirt was just large. We saw there was a acrylic nail on the ground. That didn't happen with Tory and Kelsey. That happened with Megan and Kelsey. Now, why are the women not telling the truth about them having a fight? That is a big question. Why you guys did not own up when you had a fight? Well, probably didn't own up because at the time when it happened, it was an embarrassing situation. This case got picked up by the prosecution later on, and Megan got on the stand and said, well, she didn't intend, she wasn't going to push the envelope, but he was essentially going on a media campaign to defend himself. But let's ask the question. And here's something else, and this is something for you Instagram people. Here's my theory. If Tory had in fact fought Kelsey or Megan, why didn't the prosecutors charge him with that? They charged him with a negligence charge. Why not charge him with fighting Kelsey or Megan? Because it didn't happen outside the car. The only time that we learned that there was some type of real serious altercation, this is when Kelsey was talking to the investigators back in September, is when she jumped in the car from whatever happened outside, which I believe was a fight between the two women. She jumps in, runs around, jumps in the car. After Quan carries her to the car, she jumps in the driver's seat. She jerks the car as she's testified on testified with the investigator. The car moves. He jumps around. Oh no, you're not gonna leave me outside with the car with a gun in my hand and my bodyguard here and Megan's here. Oh, you're not bouncing on us. You're not gonna get out of here. We sitting in here. We don't have a fight. We drunk and everything. Oh no. She said. Kelsey said that she just jerked the car just to get the attention. What was she getting there trying to get the attention for? Was Kelsey and was Tory and Megan trying to see how they could work it out? Because Kelsey also said in the interview that when Megan got back in the car, she was kind of normal. She wasn't all hysterical. Kelsey was the one who's hysterical. Kelsey was the only one that didn't know what the play was. The play was to get their behinds out of there. They already agreed that between Tory and Megan that we're going to work this thing out. We're going to work this thing out. He knew he messed up when he fired the guns, but you ladies out here fighting, acting a fool. Sean Kelly already said on the witness stand that he saw a fight. He saw a flash coming from the area where the women were. Well, okay, so what? It was a flash. Pow, 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 pow. That's 5 shots. There was no exchange of the firearm from one hand to another. What happened was he might have shifted the gun, fired in a different direction, but was no flash. And if he saw a flash, he would have had to see a flash in the upward position because the flash comes out the muzzle. If it's on the ground, I don't know if he saw that flash because Tory might have fired one or two shots on the ground, but we never heard that the police look at the ground and see whether or not there are any damage to the concrete. I wonder when I listened to the police testimony, did they not even look at the concrete and see whether or not there was possibly any damage to the concrete? It's probably because he fired most of the gunshots in the air. Does that mean he didn't do it by way of trying to stop him from fighting? I think he tried to stop the fight. He pulled the freaking gun out. It was a sad move, but he didn't want to get beat. Megan's a pretty big woman, and then Kelsey, she's small, but she got a nice frame. If those two would have jumped on him and whipped his behind, or maybe got some good licks in it, because they were all fighting. Kelsey said on the stand that they were all cursing at each other. She didn't admit they were fighting, that we were all cussing. When the defense tried to say, when the prosecutor asked, was Tory cussing at Megan? No, we were all cussing. We were all, it was a WWF situation going on outside. And guess what? Tory said, hey, we're going to stop this crap. I can't break him out. I'm not getting in the middle of this. Pow, 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 pow. That's what happened. So I don't know why the defense is taking the route that Kelsey did it. Kelsey didn't have that gun in her hand. She didn't fire the shot. And why do you think she's coming in now to try to, it seems like she's trying to defend Tory because she know what happened. But why are these women not owning up? They got in a fight. Tory tried to break it up and he pulled the gun out. We heard testimony when the prosecutor asked, when Tory threatened you, apparently threatened you, they was going to do something to you. Did he ever show a gun? No, he never showed the gun. But was there a gun in the car? Was there a gun in that armrest? We don't know. So it's a lot of distractions. I get it. You have to show the jury there's other possibilities. But going the route and saying Kelsey was the shooter, it's just, they ain't buying that. I'm telling you, I ain't buying it. I heard the shots. If you're not in the courtroom, you can't really tell. I was in the courtroom. I listened to the video. So now you guys might have some questions as it relates to what actually the prosecution was able to prove or what the defense was able to prove. Defense had a witness to come on, Sean Kelly. He didn't help the defense. He actually put a gun in Tory's hand. When your witness comes in and put a gun in your client's hand, that's always a problem. Then you want to treat him as a hostile witness? Why didn't you just ask this guy before he got on the stand? So what are you going to say? What tells your story? I don't know if that was a poor defense strategy. We have to see. Let me see here. Now we're going to look at the comments. Thank you guys for telling me I wasn't on YouTube. I appreciate you on Instagram. That's why I love you guys. You're on point. You're on point. Now let's see what they say in here. Hold on a second here. Listen, guys, this is my theory, and guess what? This theory is shared by many. Many people are sharing this theory. Y'all don't want to. I know you don't want to say Tory had a gun in his hand. Tory in my opinion, the evidence shows that Tory had a gun in his hand. That's unrefutable based on what I saw in testimony. Now the question is, did he intend? No way. Tory didn't intend to harm Megan. What he did. The prosecutors always overcharge, and they overcharged in this case. It was a negligence case. They threw it in at the end, so which tells me that they were reaching for straws, but they always overcharge in cases because you charge as high as you can and accept what the jury comes back at. That's just what happened. It's what happened. I met Tory's father. I met his father. He has whole family there. He has a strong family structure. Just, he might have, a situation with guns. I get it. But he didn't try to hurt Megan. And I don't know why Megan threw her friend under the bus. And why did they ask this question? Kelsey said in the interview, and she also, her posture in court was that Megan basically threw it to the side. So Megan had a plan that Kelsey wasn't a part of. This is a friend you have for 13 years. And why is your friend now told that she need to leave town? You got to get out of here. Why does she have to leave town? Didn't you guys know each other for 13 years since first year of college? Why did she have to leave town? Why wasn't Kelsey involved in whatever plans you guys had as far as trying to clean up this whole image? Because first of all, Megan, she's signed to a Rock Nation. Jay-Z don't want to be associated with the foolishness. You did a song with Beyonce. Like your whole, it doesn't make any sense. But you can't, you got loyalty, and you guys may not understand this because you're probably a lot of you young, you don't know what loyalty is, but you got to be loyal to the person that you've been riding with you. You can't just let your career be prominent over your career to come and go. But guess what? Your friends will be around. So Kelsey probably felt a certain way. You guys, I'm your friend. Why do I know? Why do I have to leave town? Why do I have to pack? I only been here 2 weeks. Now you want me to pack up because we had a bad situation? Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. But I saw that Kelsey was not trying to throw Tory under the bus on the stand. She took the fifth. She didn't take the fifth because she had a gun. She took the fifth because she was fighting, and she lied about some things. She didn't take the fifth because she said on the stand, "I never fired," and Megan said she never fired. Even though they have an issue, they put the gun in his hand. The witness put the gun in his hand, but it wasn't intentional. And so I say that the worst case scenario, they find more negligence. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Anyone, put a 1 in the chat if you can follow what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree with me, put a 2. I don't have a problem with it. Because in the next 24 hours, we're going to know the verdict. We're going to know the verdict. We will know the verdict. The jury's not trying to go into the holidays with trying to decide. It makes sense. Tory's not a bad dude. He made a bad decision. He made a bad decision. He's the only one that hasn't spoken. He's not taking. I don't know what's going to happen going to the courtroom. I doubt very seriously he's taking the witness stand. I doubt very seriously if he's taking the witness stand. That would be foolish and pound simple. Don't take the witness stand because it's already established that you had the gun. And then when you play the sound to the jurors, they're going to say, no, you might have a juror that knows weapons, knows 9mm. Anyone that knows a 9mm, 8 pounds of pressure on the trigger. 8 pounds. You can't transfer a gun from firing. I'm on the range myself, and I'm holding it, and it kicks. So you think he's going to fire 8? He's going to fire 3 shots, and here's the gun. Here's the gun, Kelsey. Oh, they struggle. Who's walking up to someone firing a 9mm? Does anyone know what 9mm sounds like in outside of in the streets? No, he fired the gun, but he's probably trying. And when the witness testified that perhaps he fired it was fired in the air or something, probably trying to scare them. They fighting. They going WWF. They throwing hands. Kelsey, I hear Kelsey had nice. I heard Kelsey nice with her hands, and Kelsey's probably getting the best. She probably had the less to drink. Megan might not have hands. I don't know, but I know Kelsey has some bruises on her hand. They're kicking, fighting. This is crazy. But this is a case of drunk people making bad decisions. This is not like he's trying to kill her. No, this is not that. This is not that. I know you guys want to think that Tory's the devil and everything. Tory probably was like, I'm not getting mixing up with these chicks. They going crazy. A nail is broken. You got spots in your hair. You got bruises. Come on. We didn't see Megan. One thing we didn't see, we saw her foot. We don't know what kind of bruises she had on her body because they honed in on her foot. They honed in on Megan's foot. They didn't hold, the doctors didn't hone in on, she had bruises and everything. They honed in on her foot. They looked at her foot. They said she's bleeding. But they didn't talk about the fight that they had. You think I buy that? Both women said we just bumped each other. Get the hell out of here. No one buys that crap. Y'all didn't bump each other. Y'all were already cussing and fighting in the car. And Kelsey probably said, enough is enough. You backdoor me too much. I don't want no more. We fighting this out now. Now you don't come in the car. You come in. He done played me. Y'all playing me. Now I'm not having this. Disloyalty. It's about disloyalty. When you go behind your friend's back, you sleep. She got tired of it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. All right, guys, that's what I think. I don't know what you think. That's what I think. Anyway, let me read some of the comments. And right, I hear Tory trying to save the girl. Well, he's probably trying to stop the fight. But he didn't realize you're in a neighborhood, at an affluent neighborhood, firing a gun. Because you're drunk. Only a fool would fire a gun in a neighborhood that has cameras and police responses like that. The cops respond in no time. They didn't get a chance to move quickly throughout the neighborhood. And did he wipe the gun off? Maybe. If you have a gun in your car, let me just kind of clean this thing up, because I did fire it. You got to process thing quick. We don't know if Quan cleaned the gun up. But the bottom line is, Tory probably fired that weapon. But he didn't fire to harm anybody. He fired it because he was trying to stop a fight. He was trying to stop the fight. This is my theory based on the evidence that I heard. You guys were in the courtroom. I was in the courtroom. I listened to testimony. I listened to Megan. And then something else that Megan said that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm going to be honest. How you get on the witness stand and say, I don't know why I'm here. Why do I have to come here to tell my story? Because you accused a man of shooting you. That's why you had to come to court. You are the complaining witness in a case. To go that direction means that you felt like you were privileged that you didn't have to come in. This man's facing 22 years in jail, and you're telling the jury you don't know why you have to be there. You have to be there because you accused the man of shooting. You didn't admit that you were fighting, but the man, if you're going to admit partially what happened, you got to tell the whole damn story. That's just what it is. Tell the whole damn story. That's why Kelsey took the fifth. Well, I know I was fighting. I was fighting my best friend, 13 years. It was embarrassing. You guys are drunk fighting. Those are the actions of drunk people. Those are the actions of drunk people. This is crazy. This is crazy. But this is my theory. You guys can think whatever you want. Listen, guys, what I want you to do, the video's going to lay here on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all over the place. Leave your comments. Don't just leave it on the live. Leave your comments. This is YouTube now. Leave your comments. I know you have it here in the comment on the chat here on YouTube. I'm looking at YouTube right now. I'm looking at you. Oh, the camera's right there. Oh, I'm looking down here. Camera's right there. You guys are YouTube. Make sure you leave your comments under the comment section. Make sure you like, subscribe, and support the platform. You guys here on Instagram, do the same. Badge up, get those stars. And hey, listen, why are you guys giving the EJ King a hard time? I see what you're doing to EJ King. Why are you giving him a hard time? He came in there. I get it. He was, he said, I'm gonna tell you some truth. I have to say something because I don't want this to ever come out and say, oh, Byron didn't tell us this. I worked on the production with EJ. True to the game. I worked on this production with EJ. True to the game. That's why I couldn't interview him. So I don't want to ever come out later on. Hey, Byron, no, I just worked on the production. See, when you're in this business, it's a small circle. Talent. EJ is very talented stylist. One of the top stylists in the game. But I want to say something. As far as this case is concerned, I had the opportunity to interview him before him taking the stand. But now I'm not going to. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that. I told EJ I can't interview you right now. We have to wait till the case is over with. But he spoke. He did a lot of interviews. I get it. But don't bash the guy. This guy works with so many people. He works with Kylie Jenner. He works on film productions. He is a top stylist. Don't. And he knows Megan firsthand. And he might have some issues with it as well. Ask yourself a question. Just ask yourself a question. Why does Megan have issues with so many people? She has issues with a lot of people. Then you got to think about she lied on Gayle King interview about sleeping with Tory. Another problem for me. So we caught you in several lies. Instead of just saying you slept with him, Kelsey slept with him, you backdoored your friend, it happened, own up to it. Don't say, well, what does my sexual life have to do with it? Because the fight started because of your sexual life. That's what happened. And that's why it went so crazy. Tory said, hey, Megan, why don't you tell your friend what happened? We still smashing. Y'all was still smashing probably. Who knows? But again, that's why your sexual life is called into question. You lied on a national television show, CBS, or to Gayle King, and said you never had sex with this man. But the prosecution did in the opening arguments. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will learn that those two had a sexual relationship. I'm like, wait a minute. She told Gayle King. Gayle King, who tried to bash Kobe Bryant when he's dead. He's talking about his prior case. That Gayle King, the Gayle King that be bashing black men in their death. That Gayle King. Yeah, let's call it what it is. You want the truth or you want me to lie to you? You want me to lie to you? Gayle should have vetted Gayle should have vetted Megan better. Gayle did say, now come on, Megan. Do you tell the truth? Did you have sex with Tory or did you have a sexual relationship with Tory? And she's no, that was a lie. What else are you lying about? That's the only thing. What else are you lying about? And I think people got to ask those questions. Let's be honest. Would you want your family member facing a hell of a lot of time for someone that could have lied about a few things? Because you've lied about a little, you might be lying about a lot. And the fact that those two, Kelsey and Megan, said they just bumped each other, come on, it was more than a bump. It was hands. They were throwing hands. I heard Kelsey she's nice with her hands, I heard. She's from the hood. You know, if you're from the hood, you're trained to go. You're trained to go. You're trained to go. I'm from the hood. I'm trained to go. I'm trained. Literally, I'm trained. But she's from the hood. So she already on, you ain't going, don't look at and the small people, some of them have Napoleon complexes, and some of them had to back that up. I think Kelsey backed that up. This is what I'm thinking. Kelsey backed that thing up. I don't know if all of them was attacking outside the car, but I know they had that thing going on. And Tory said, ran back to the car. Oh, he didn't have the car outside the car. He ran back to that car. Let me get my thing. Let me stop this. Pow, 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 pow. Pow. Oh, I hit her in the foot. Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble. That's probably what happened. That's what happened. And you know something? Tory's father said this to me. He said, I watch your reporting. You're a balanced reporter. And I'm reporting about his son. I'm reporting what I saw. He saw what the direction I was going in. I have no dog in this fight. I'm telling you, from being around over 50 years, I see these things happen. I see it happen. It happened to me one time, and involving alcohol. Alcohol makes people do the weirdest things. Is Tory a bad person? No, Tory made a bad decision. It wasn't intent. It wasn't intent. So let's watch what the verdict is, and then we'll come back and talk about it. You're gonna come back and say, Mr. Barr, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm okay with that. I could be wrong. But I'm just telling you guys, we must look at this, everything in its totality. And shout out to Lovely T. Shout out to Lovely T. She made a point that I didn't even know. It was a video. I had to say, I don't watch these young kids do stuff on social media like that. But she made a good point, and I investigated, and she was right. There was something happening at that pool. There was a video that was being recorded. They didn't play in the court. But that showed me there was some type of animus towards the situation with Tory being in that pool and interacting with Kylie Jenner. You can't have everything. You can't have all the men. You got to fall back. And then Kelsey also testified that Megan was making this obnoxious laugh. Are you going to be sleeping with her? You think I'm going to invite you over to a pool party? You're going to be staying with her, and I'm going to walk out the house and leave? EJ said, you got to go. Your wig is messed up. You got to go. You got to go. EJ said that. You got to go. Your wig is messed up. I'm your stylist. I'll make you, listen, it may be some cameras saying, you don't want your wig. Listen, Megan, you got to go. So Megan said, okay, I'm going to leave. All right, we got to fix this thing. I'm going to leave. So she gets in the car, her and Kelsey and Tory's driver. So Tory's driver was probably going to take her back to her, to wherever they were staying at. And Megan said, I forgot something. You didn't forget your slipper. You forgot the guy that you invited to the party, Tory Lanez. That's what happened. Oh, you ain't going to be played like this. You got on FaceTime, invite him to the party. Come on over, we are having a good time. And Tory said, yeah, I like the good time. I'm going to stay right here with Kylie Jenner. Since Kylie Jenner's on a break with Travis Scott. That's his part of Porter, Travis Scott. I get it. You was feeling a special way. You won't be played. I invite you to a party, a pool party, and you're going to stay. I'm going to let you stay behind while I go and, do nothing. No. Come on. So when she went back in the house, she probably said, get your punk behind back in the car. I invited you. You're not going to play me like this. I'm a celebrity. You ain't going to make me look bad. I'm a black woman. You're going to, I ain't going to bring race in it. But I know what happened. I know what I believe. I don't know. This is what I'm speculating. She wasn't having that. Plus, you got alcohol in your system, and you invited the guy over, and he's having a good time. He's swimming in the pool with Kylie Jenner, and you done did a song with Beyonce. And he done chose on his pimp game. I chose where I want to be at. But Megan said, no, partner. You ain't gonna do this. I don't let you sleep with Kelsey. I don't put you onto Kelsey. And now you're trying to, I know what it is. Come on. You guys know. You know what it was. It was emotions got caught up with alcohol and the hands start flying. First of all, you ain't gonna have a calm mind when you're drinking and you done got accused of backdooring your friend. And Kelsey sitting in the car like, what are you talking about backdoor? I know you introduced me to Tory. You kind of put me on to him. I didn't know you were still sleeping with him. Kelsey might have plans of her own. She might have had plans of her own. And now, emotion. And look at this. Kelsey ended up getting married. So she was looking for love. And you played her. She was looking for love. She was looking for love. She's married now. Her husband, I met him. Me and him have small words, but we'll talk about that later. But she was looking for love. And you kind of like, everyone's not always going to be on that same, let's go smash dudes all over. No, she was looking for love. And he knew it. He knew what Kelsey's sore spot was, and he knew that would get Megan and Kelsey against each other. It was a I didn't say a punk move, but it was just kind of weak that he did that. Played the two. He played the two. They start fighting. Girl fight. Him and Quan in the car laughing about this. Okay, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. They throwing hands. Quan said, "Yo, man, you got to calm down. This is your chicks. Your two chicks are fighting over each other because of you, and you was just trying to get with Kylie Jenner. You a pimp, right? Nah, man. Now guess what? You had to calm this thing down because now you're looking crazy in the streets. You got your man over here, your driver. Like, dude, you got me in the situation. You got to stop this. You don't stop by pulling the gun out. You jump in the middle. You separate them. But they would probably whip you behind, boy. They would probably whip you. I know Megan would probably put those paws on you. And I know Kelsey too. Kelsey, you think Kelsey small? I saw Kelsey. She came in there, small. Women would like, they put that, probably, I know what happened. Well, at least I think I know what happened. But that's, guys, let's see what happens later on today. Closing arguments are underway. We don't know if Tory's taking a stand, but I suspect he's not taking a stand. Why would you? Your defense attorney probably gave some doubt, but I just feel that him getting convicted of the aggravated assault with a semi-automatic weapon is just ludicrous. This is drunk people behavior. Drunk people behavior. That's all. It's drunk people behavior. That's why everyone shouldn't have a gun. And this is my point. Everyone doesn't deserve to have a firearm. Because when you pull a gun out, you intend to use it, and you don't tend to. Some people don't give warning shots. I'm not going to ever pull a gun out on anyone with a warning shot. Because if these hands can't give you a warning shot, then I'm not pulling the gun out on you. Because if I pull a gun on you, I intend to kill you. Plain and simple. And that's real. And if people lying to you and tell you, oh, this is movie stuff. No, if I pull a gun out on you, I intend to kill you. And you had drunk people handling firearms. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Period. With that said, guys, I appreciate you. I know I've talked a lot. I see a lot of comments coming in all over directions. I'm going to read them. But right now, we're just going to wait for this day to come back to, with a verdict. I'm Dennis Byron. I appreciate you over here. I appreciate you over here. Make sure you support. Share this. Oh, wait, hold on. We ain't out yet. You guys talking about 8. Like, listen, if you're talking, let me say something here. Guys, please connect with this. Because, I don't know how old you are. You're making that comment, but I want to talk about it. I don't really want to address too many comments. But think about this. I'm over 55. But I'm still running circles around most of you. Think about that. I'm in the gym. I could probably bust out 50 push-ups without stopping at my age. Can your dad do that? Ask yourself a question. Can your dad do 500 jumping jacks at my age? Can you play me a one-on-one? I got a court downstairs. Can you play me a one-on-one at my age? Can you stop me from dropping baskets? These are for the basketball players. People think they're in shape. Can you mix it up with me? Can you really mix it up with me? Do you think you mix it up with me at my age? So don't age shame. Just wish you can get to be my age and have the energy that I have. That's all. So when you see people age shaming older people, ask them, can they tell you that they're going to make it to my age? I can tell you that I made it to your age, but can you tell me that you're going to make it to my age? Let's keep it 100. If we're really going to talk, let's keep it 100. Anyway. I see my son, Alexander, who's my nephew. I just made an agreement to my son. Okay, I was saying you're still my nephew. I want to say something else. This is important. I said I was going to end the live, but I'm not going to end the live just yet. I want to shout out to all the YouTubers, and I've said this, and then we talk about age shaming and everything. I want to talk about this. I commend the YouTubers who have actually went to court and decided they want to understand the process of court. And you're not going to get on one court case, maybe not two court cases, but the more you go to court, you understand the processes, the system. The Black YouTubers are providing a competition to white media. And I'm gonna just call it as I see it. You Black YouTubers, you need, and reporters, you need to bring your butts to the courthouse. And what I saw in this case is YouTubers are actually there taking notes, trying to understand the processes. I'm talking to some of the YouTubers, but this is important. We need to have our presence in this courtroom. We can't allow other people to tell our story. And this is all I've said. Anyone who's followed me understands this is all I've been pushing. When you can physically bring yourself in the courtroom, you don't have to reference people that don't look like you because you don't know what their narrative is either. So I commend, I can shout them out. Armand Wiggins, Neek at Night, Millie. I'm sorry, Millie, I messed your name up. DK, No Jumper. I commend you guys on getting off your behind and doing the work. I've been doing it for 33 years. So I love what I'm seeing. I don't need to be at every court case. That's why you have to take the lead. You have to. And I don't care. I don't get into YouTube beefs and everything. I don't do that. Just take the lead, make yourself known, and show your presence. However you do your story, now the way you do your work, that's going to come out in the wash. I sent this to one person. I won't say who I sent it to. I just said, no matter what you do, tell it, provide the facts. Don't embellish on the story. Put the facts out there and let the people make their determination based on that. That's all I say. And it's different. And I'm gonna tell you why it's so cool. It's because you weren't able to bring your laptops into court or cameras. You'll have to take copious notes. You'll literally have to write this stuff down. And then that's the work. Because old school reporters are used to writing stuff down. I'm used to writing stuff down. But you guys are so used to social media, you got the phones and everything. I can tweet this out. No, but in this case, you really have to roll your sleeves up and get to work. So I'm sitting next to a YouTuber and I'm watching what he's doing. And I want to make sure he's looking, he's writing notes. I'm looking at his notes. I'm not plagiarizing. I'm just looking, okay, he's writing, he's getting points. And I think that's good. And I think that more of us should have our presence known in the courtroom when we report about people like us. I don't care so much about that because that's not my story. That's not my story. Is to tell the story of our people and you guys that are coming to court. And I hope others are doing this. And most people know that after the Cardi B coverage that I did, there are a lot more people are in courtrooms covering stories if you're doing your homework. But you can look for my videos on Hip Hop Inquirer's YouTube page. I got more cameras in courtrooms probably than anyone in hip hop. I've covered more trials in courtrooms than anyone in hip hop. The videos are there. They're there. From Tupac to Puffy to OJ. Well, he's not hip hop. To Ludacris to Tyrese to, I mean, just, but I like this because when I'm not doing this anymore, it's not like we gotta rely back onto the people not looking like us. We're gonna rely on the people that look like us. So I see what you're doing. I see what your YouTubes are doing, and I commend that. I ain't talking about the hater to get on there. Well, well, I'm a reporter. Dude, you're not a reporter. You just got listen. You came in on under my wing, son. But I'm talking about the YouTubers out generally doing the work. I ain't gonna shout no one out. Yeah, that was a little shade. I don't know if you picked up on that, but I see what you're doing. Oh, and King Payne. King Payne. Yes, King Payne. I want to shout out King Payne as well. King Payne is there. Did I miss anyone? Let's see. Did I miss anyone? And of course, my legal correspondent, Pamela Campbell, who's sitting in my seat. I want to commend her. Quan. I don't know what we're talking about, Quan. Oh, okay. I'll look at the comments afterwards. Guys, I appreciate you coming in. I've said what I said. I've said what I said, and that's what it is. Demand those people that are asking you for money, demand them come out and do the work. Then it's all fair game. Then now the playing field is leveled. But if they're not doing the work, eh, because it costs to do this what we do as journalists. It costs to do this what we do. So support the people who are actually going out there and doing the work. And that's it. And if people got offended when I'm saying, if you got to steal other people's content or you got to regurgitate other people's work, no, bring your behind in the courtrooms, come to the crime scenes, interview people, and do the work. The work. And then we want to talk about interview techniques on my subscription section on Instagram. And we want to talk about certain techniques that is important to have in doing this business. We're not going to put it on YouTube. We're going to go to my subscription section in Instagram and we're going to talk about how to do an effective interview. Even when I listened to Kelsey's interview by the prosecutor, there were techniques that was important that they used, and I'm going to teach you guys the techniques of doing a good interview. That's it. I have said what I said. I appreciate you guys. I really do. And we're going to end it over here. We're going to take this thing out on YouTube, and then we're going to end it on Instagram. Let's go.